Sector Wars, play Astro Blaster.
If you destroy my baby,
Intruder alert. The intruder must not escape.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight.
you will be destroyed soon.
Prepare to qualify.
Oh, warrior needs food badly.
Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Minefield, and this was created by Stern, and more specifically Chris Oberth in 1983. This is a pretty obscure arcade game. I'd never seen it. This is kind of a cool military themed game in which you drive a tank, and you have control of two joysticks, one to move and one to fire in 8 directions. And you also have a missile type of button. But you need to traverse this treacherous minefield, and the mines will kill you if you touch them. But you can also pick up extra missiles among the minefield. And above, and often to the left and right of you, and above and below you, are going to be various enemies. There will be tanks, giant missiles, bomber planes, tanks, helicopters, jeeps, and jets. And you can collect those missiles. You can kind of tell that they're missiles. Enemies that you shoot out of the sky will drop down often, and their wreckage can kill you if it hits you, so watch out for that. Like I said, you could shoot in 8 directions, and you need to survive long enough to be able to get transported away by the heli-carrier. You will get an extra life, I think, every 30,000 points. Yep, every 30,000 points. And there's the scoring table for all the different vehicles. They won't all appear in the same stage. A lot of them will appear later on in the game. We'll go ahead and get started. I kind of dig this. This is an okay game. It's very tough to keep your eyes on all the different things that are going on at once. The best way to score points is see that little fort thing there that I just passed. If you fire a missile at it, you get 800 points. Nothing else is nearly that lucrative. I think every 4th stage you will face a fortress boss, and you need to save your missiles for it. And here comes that heli-carrier. You need to touch where it will collect you, and then it will take you away to the next stage. And while it's carrying you away, you can still fire at enemies and get some more points. They won't be able to kill you while you're in the heli-carrier's custody. And now we face some small tanks that are called half-tracks. I don't know why they call them that, but maybe it's a military term I'm not familiar with. I would not be surprised. But, yeah, if you get the opportunity, fire a missile at that little building there. Like I said, it's 800 bucks, or 800 points. But yeah, you've got so many things to watch out for. There will be a number of enemies that will shoot at you, and then there will also be a number of enemies to the left and right, and maybe above and below you on the ground. You have to watch out for a lot of things. And you'll see a number that says miles to go. It'll always start at 90 when you start the first of 3 consecutive levels that don't involve the the fortress boss battle. And then after you beat the first one, then it'll say 60 miles to go. And then, after you beat that one, then it'll say 30 miles to go. And it'll go, in increments of 1 mile. And that's a pretty darn fast mile. But if you get within 5 miles to go of when the heli-carrier will come and pick you up and you die, then it resets to 5 miles to go, before the heli-carrier comes. And now we face the boss battle, the fortress boss battle. I got an extra life already. Like I said, save those missiles for it. The fortress will shoot at you, but there will only be two cannons on the left and right. Take them out, and you'll have automatically beaten the boss. So that's what you want to go for, is those cannons. And now we have missiles. Note that the missiles and the plane wreckage that falls will be able to hit you no matter where you're at on the ground. Whoops. I mean, if you go to the far bottom of the ground, they'll still be able to reach you there. Now, the missiles aren't super hard until other enemies are on the screen at the same time. And yeah, on later levels, multiple different types of enemies will gang up on you. And some of them will shoot, and some will just try to hit you. And there's my, there's my heli-carrier. And again, don't forget that you can shoot the enemies while you're being carried away. Do that. And I think the heli-carrier's helicopter blades will also destroy enemies if they touch them. And yeah, if you get the opportunity, fire a missile at that building. Like I said, it's 800 points, which is the most you can get from any kind of enemy, I believe. Or at least any enemy that's listed. Yeah, I kind of like this one. I've never played it. But I'd never seen it in arcades, and I just decided to try it recently. I kind of like it. You got so much to... It definitely commands your attention. It's a very busy, exciting game. Of course, that's Off We Go Into the Wild Blue Yonder musical cue. Yeah, the game is endless as far as I can tell. But yeah, there will be a... Whoops, that was clumsy. And I just got 60,000, so I got an extra life. Shoot. But yeah, there will be a boss battle every 4th stage with that fortress. And later times around, there will be other enemies trying to attack you as you're trying to take down that fortress, which isn't super hard to do. You just gotta quickly use your missiles on the fortress on the left and right guns. Will I make it to the next stage? Oh, nope. Damn it, I almost did. I got within 3 miles to go. I gotta put in my initials. But yeah, if you die within 5 miles to go of your goal before the heli-carrier comes, then it'll reset to 5 on your next life. But that is Minefield. Kind of a fun game. I kind of like it. And again, created by Stern and Chris Oberth. Did a number of games for Stern. And this is the second boss battle. We'll just see this, and yeah, see, missiles are starting to pour down too. Don't touch those mines. Watch out for them. And then here is level 9, in which we see the helicopters debut. clumsy. Yeah, the helicopters, and then we'll see the jeeps, and then the jets. Yeah, if you get the opportunity, try to destroy those little buildings that are worth 800 apiece. There's so much going on, and here's the jeeps. Oops. Sometimes you can just shoot straight up, and at other times you want to shoot behind yourself and in front of yourself and diagonally. But kind of cool game. Check it out if you've never seen or heard of it. Here's the jets. Yeah, gotta watch out for that wreckage. Well, that was Minefield by Stern and Chris Oberth in 1983. Kind of cool game. This is Crazy Climber 80. So thanks for watching, and I hope you had a great Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I will catch you later in the future with another video. Bye-bye, folks.